What's going on, guys? I wanted to make this video to talk about things that I think Marvel Rivals needs to do to save the game, because I just don't like the state that it's in right now. I don't think anybody really enjoys the state that it's in right now other than a small player base. It's probably the worst it's been since the game is released, and it's kind of just going down the same path as pretty much every other hero shooter has gone. So starting off at number one, they need to fucking remove Tracker. They need to fix Tracker. They need to find a way to get rid of Tracker. And for those of you that don't know what Tracker is, I'll put a clip up on the screen right now. So what you're seeing here is the Tracker interface, and if you look closely, you can see everybody's names hidden, and not everybody's profile is completely private. Look, you can see their champions played, name hidden, their champion played, name hidden, their top champion played. This is a problem in higher ranks because you could just target ban someone. It's like stream sniping without having to stream snipe. It's just built into your game. Now, the seeing champions part is just a small problem. Real problems start to occur once you start to expand on this. Look at League of Legends. They have their own kind of tracker system with Mobalytics where you can track in-game timers like Flash and Ignite. What's stopping Marvel Rivals Tracker from implementing when it starts to track cooldowns and track ult charge? Sure, those are things that you can yourself do in-game, but most players under a certain skill level can't do that themselves. So once you start to implement that into the tracker, that's just going to force everybody to download it, or you're at a disadvantage instantly. Now, for number two, I think they need to either rework or implement their tournament ban and pick phase into the ranked ladder. To be 100% honest with you, I can't even count the amount of times on both of my hands where both teams have banned the exact same characters, and the game just goes on to be whoever can play the meta character that wasn't banned absolutely steamrolls the lobby, and the game's just over from hero select. I think they did a really good job on their tournament pick and ban, because not only do you get ban phases, you also get save phases as well, so you can save a character from being banned. I think a system that has it done really well is Overwatch. Honestly, Overwatch's new pick and ban system is amazing. You're able to ban characters before you actually load into the match, so you can't really target ban anybody. That would be a great implementation for Marvel Rivals. Obviously, you can't do it on the scale of Overwatch because there's a lot more characters there, but if they could work around something like that, that would be a great starting point. Now, for number three, they need to add more variety to strategists, specifically in terms of their ultimates. Let's take a look. I want you to take a look, right? I'm going to pull up the Overwatch hero support list. So when you look at this list of 11 characters, there is one character on here, and that's Zenyatta, that offers a ultimate that lasts 6 seconds, does 300 healing per second, that quote unquote, it makes himself invulnerable, and it quote unquote makes his team invulnerable as well. But look at the other characters on the list, right? Kiriko, Juno, Larry, Brig. These are characters that when they use their ultimates, you, on the other team, necessarily, you do not have to commit your own ultimate. You don't have to save your own ultimate to counter them. Now, let's look at the Marvel Rivals supports. Now, obviously, you can't compare exact numbers because they're two different games, but it's just an example. If you look at the Marvel Rivals supports, Luna Snow, ult does 200 healing instantly when you pop it, 250 per second, and it lasts 12 seconds. Invis ult does 165 per second, lasts 8 seconds. Cloak ult does 250 per second and does 30 damage, lasts 8 seconds. Mantis does 200 on cast and then 150 overhealth, lasts 8 seconds. If you throw a Loki in there, copy a Luna ult, 24 seconds. Cloak ult, 32 seconds. Loki stones, that's almost a minute. Almost a minute of pure invulnerability. Do you know why it's pure invulnerability? Because if you're not committing a mag ultimate to one of these ults, everybody in that ult is staying alive. Like, it's insane. Because why do I have to be put in these situations where I either have to have a mag ult or a Hawkeye that's just cheating to be able to counter these support ult? There's barely any counterplay to them. I'll give them credit. They did a really, really good job with Ultron, in my opinion. And Jeff, I think the rework turned out to be better for him. Adam is in a weird spot where he's really only good in res comp, which I don't like. I want every healer to have their own like position and kind of have their own value no matter what comp they're running. But it's insane how many of them have a press one button win. And for number 4, I don't know how this hasn't been addressed more or how this hasn't been fixed already, but they need to optimize the game. I don't know what is wrong with this game. I don't know what's going on, but it's so hit or miss in terms of like an example. I don't have that good of a PC. I'll admit I don't have that good of a PC, but me personally, I don't experience frame drops. I don't experience lag. I don't experience stutters that often. And then I talk to my friends who've got goddamn supercomputers, and they're barely running 60 frames at the same settings that I'm running, if not more optimized settings for their own computers. Why is it so hit or miss? It's like on some maps, I know that I'm gonna have an okay game, not frame dropping, but then I load into the spider map and I'm like, oh, here we go. First point is gonna be a hellhole because when everything starts popping off, I'm just gonna be unable to play the game. Once everything starts getting destroyed, all the particles start coming out, I just know I'm gonna be frame dropping. And for number 5, they need to stop listening to the community. Okay, let me explain myself here. Do you guys remember I think it was either season 0.5 or after season 1 when they announced that they were going to do a rank reset? People went crazy. People went absolutely insane. There was so much outburst on Reddit, social media in general about a rank reset. So what did they do? They said, okay, we're not going to reset the ranks. We'll leave it as is. What happened after that? An even bigger shitstorm of people complaining, oh, why is this person in my rank with a 40% win rate? They should have done the rank reset. Why didn't they do the rank reset? It just became an absolute storm over not doing a rank reset when fucking a couple days earlier the whole community was begging them not to reset their rank for some reason. It doesn't make sense. This isn't the first time they've listened to their community in terms of rolling back or changing things that they themselves were going to implement. Don't forget the whole support strike thing that basically made supports raid bosses. Luna Snow can 2-tap 250 HP targets now. Okay, how insane is that? How insane is that? You guys have the power to make this game great. You guys know what you're doing because obviously in the past scenarios that's been presented to us, we see that the decisions that you make and the decisions you guys choose to implement are for the better in the long run because you end up just implementing them anyways, even if you do decide to change it initially. Like NetEase, you have to create your own identity. You have to be your own game. You don't need to be the next Overwatch. You don't need to be the next Valorant. You don't need to be the next League of Legends. You have to be Marvel Rivals. You have to create your own game. You have to make it how you want it made, and you have to implement the decisions that you decide to be implemented, and then take feedback from there. As a little bonus to the end of the video here, I just want to say they really also need to improve the marketing of this game. I'm going to put a small clip of what a marketing video of this game looks like.
Jeff is the most interesting strategist I've ever tried. Burner, Healing Splash. Surrounded by 3 villains, but I've got my ultimate. No hurry. Dive down, make retreat, miss me.
I don't know, dude. They gotta hire the ex Overwatch animation team or something. They need better stuff. That was an officially sponsored TikTok ad right there. Man, anyways, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. I'll be making a Discord soon so you guys can join up. We can chat together, play some games together. I really appreciate you watching this video. Love you guys. Peace.